Oh, excuse me. Whew. What we doing here, y'all? What we doing here? I know most of y'all getting back to it. So y'all gonna probably see this as a video. It's cool. Ooh. Let's get started. Let's get started. It probably won't be a long one here, but I needed to talk about this because it just ended. Let me switch y'all over. Bow. Boom. There you go. Okay, so how y'all doing? First off, first and foremost, I hope y'all doing well, nice and healthy. First off, Happy New Year. That's numero uno. Welcome to the 2025 year. I hope y'all had a great Christmas, great holidays, great New Year's, all that other good stuff. Straight up, first and foremost, man, I gonna be a lot of content, a lot of new content coming on the way. I got you guys something new Friday. And then after that, there's something brand new coming up to the channel, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So just stay tuned, hit the notification, whatever you gotta do. At the same time, as you guys know, the Bleach, the Thousand Year Blood War Part 3 has just ended. And I was gonna do a full video about it, but I figured instead, because we're probably gonna do another one by the time the part 4 ends. What is that gonna probably be about the end of 2025, going 2026 is my assumption. We'll probably do a full Thousand Year Blood War review then. So instead, I figure it's probably just best to go ahead and talk about really what we saw the most inside the Thousand Year Blood Wars Part 3. Which is the Quincy's. I think we've not talked about the Quincy's a lot. There's two of them, technically three, if you count your watch, who is for some reason not on this list. I don't see him. Anyways, technically three that can be on this list, and or sorry, that have not been really explained to their full potential. I'm talking about Gerard, Valkyrie. Over here, I'm talking about Askin, Nakk, and of course, you'll watch himself, who is not on this list, but it's okay. I don't care about ranking him right now. I think we'll try to talk about him at the end, but I figure we might as well talk about the ones that we have seen, since we've seen most of them. I'm gonna go ahead and include the other three I just said, Askin, Gerard, and your watch, because I know what to do, and they're not gonna add something brand new to the series that they could not do probably inside the manga, right? That doesn't really make sense. But we'll talk about him here. Again, I'm not gonna remember all these names. Like, bro, what's this dude's name? He was like the Sigma or something, bro. Chad Domino or something. I'm not going. I don't think he was in the anime, was he? I don't remember. But we're not gonna talk about like all of them intensely. When I list them out here, I'm also gonna talk about what their shrift is, how much I like the character, what they're doing, their backstory, their personality, all of that, right? So if I don't remember some of their names, forgive me. But again, I'm rolling with you guys. So without further ado, let me get this out for you. Maybe you have something to chill out, and eat on lunch. What? Anyways, let's get started. Let's talk about the Quincy's. Okay. Of course, what I'm going to do is leave these four at the end. I have to. Okay. I think these four are probably the highest ranks to me. I probably might as well put Udi up there and Hashwall. So I'm going to talk about them at the end. I think that they're the most important. And some of the other Quincy's that I really don't care about, which I'm just going to put them right here. I don't think there's, there we go. I'm going to add this one. Don't care, bro. I probably just don't care about you at all. You didn't do anything. You didn't do enough. D is like, at least you had a shrift or something, that you had a second. I'm talking about, Weinzel here, bro. But some of them, I just simply don't care. It's not maybe the fact that they didn't have enough, impact to the series, or maybe they just weren't like explored enough. I think that I look at Ryujin, whoever his name is that character. A character that I feel like could have a lot more potential, and the series does not elaborate on him enough. What he's doing, why does he want to keep the Quincy's hidden away from his son, which I can assume why, but there's going to be something new for the anime content only, because they don't do a very good job explaining inside the actual books, right? So I'm going to say this, maybe in the future, when they add more, it'll kind of branch out more. But until then, I'm gonna just say, hey, keep it here. This is where he is. I think another character that I'm gonna say is his grandpa, which I'm gonna put him in D, because even though it's a grandfather and everything, we have seen quite a bit of him talking about what he was doing, how he was basically erased by the Reapers and everything, and he kind of left that book for the boy. Udiyu is like, hey man, Quincy's man, they're out there somewhere, you know what I mean? But hey, it's rough. And to put some other characters down here that I think will fall on this list, Ichigo's mom. I feel bad. I do. I'm gonna put her in C. I'm gonna put her in C. Besides really having Ichigo and you fall in love with Ishina's Soul Reaper and everything, and then you have White's involvement with it. I don't think that she has enough character development to really care enough about her, really, like, at all. Right? And then I'm gonna put Udiyu's mom here as well. In C tier. I mean, I'll probably put her even behind Weisel. I just think that that's really difficult. That these characters that are from the past tense did not have enough time to do anything. Now, there's also another 20-some characters here I'm going to talk about, but it kind of just sucks because it's like, when you don't have time to give them any type of, what I'm trying to say, any type of a backstory and elaborate on them more. So it kind of really sucks, but that's where I put them at right now. Not saying they wouldn't be more interesting characters. And we did have something like, I think it was like the Ichigo part when he was like going back in time and find out everything's happening. We kind of saw what happened with Ichigo's mom here and everything, but it's just, sorry, Uryu's mom. But it just wasn't enough for these characters to be fleshed out. So, and a lot of these characters down here at Quincy's are also not going to be fleshed out. Straight up. Honest with you. But let's just go through them. One. What's that? The Quincy that has the ability to make people fall in love with him if he hits with the heart. D. Okay. D. He's going down here. Useless character. Does not have a lot of screen time. Gets completely bodied by Byakuya. Easy. Father didn't do anything at all. Useless. You go right here. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Love Boy here. I'm gonna say also Weinzel was very disappointing because he showed up right before the Shuffle did, and he got bodied. Right, he just kind of directed some blades away from him and then died right after. Was pieced up and is never seen again. Very very boring character. Did not do anything. Just useless. What was he supposed to be? Was he W the Wind or Wind or something? I don't know what he was. But anyways, this is useless. These two D tiers easily. Actually, I'm gonna put Udi's mom above y'all. Y'all suck. Underbelly. Weird ability. Oh boy, these are some Quincy's, boy. I'm gonna put you here above Pooper here. You had more screen time, but you were ugly. You didn't win anything. You sucked. Useless. This is the questioner dude, girl. I'm gonna put you down here as well. You did not do anything. Useless. You were matter of fact, your throat was slit instantly when Kenpachi caught you slacking. So you go in here. Okay. Try and get these useless ones out of the way. I don't think we ever saw this dude's whatever you call it, shrift. I don't think we ever saw it. I don't think we ever saw it. I wish we did. I was hoping in anime, including you, K. I don't think BG9. We did not ever see your switch. Now BG9, I do like your design, so you can go up here. What's this dude's name? Rogers Base, bro. This dude, I don't care about you, man. You're going back here. Two of the Quincy's we never really saw their shrift. Really kind of a waste of characters. Like, why even have them in anime if you're not gonna have them do anything? You can at least give the letter to them, and I don't know, just useless, Let's get Grimmy's creations out of the way here. The dude that can go invisible. I don't care. I just don't care. I don't care. And then with Chad Domino or something like that, Chaz Domino. Bro. Woo. Okay, so now that we're getting the trash out of the way, let's talk about the Quincy's that really matter, which are the ones you see here. Okay, I'm just gonna go through them as you see them on the list, and let's start off with Grimmy. Okay, Grimmy was a very good character. I think that this was at the point where he could have been one of these skew shuffles with what he had as a shrift, the visionary. You know, anything you imagine can be. I mean, I don't know if he had, and if you read the thing that Can't Fit Your Own World, if he had the ability that you can just like imagine someone's death, that just happens. I have no clue. But if he was not a child, and some people believe that he was supposed to be the Soul King's brain. I do too. I think that when it comes to Grimmy, that if he was not a child, how crazy would he have been, right? I think the fight with him and Kenpachi was really good. I think that the fear of Kenpachi is what made him really lose. But again, it's not no issue of he had, you know, not a cool ability. And honestly, I think with him in the hood and how his eyes are kind of slimmed down, kind of gives him like a pretty cool ability. Like a look, I should say. Including the fact that when he fought, Bleach was doing things that they didn't have to do really much before. You know, you were summoning lava and vortexes and, you know, a supernova in front of them and then guns. This is things that's like, hey, this is a brand new type of ability that's shown to Bleach, right? I think that Grimmy was a very good character. I do kind of like that he had some type of relationship with Lil Toto when you read the other type of content, but he wasn't really a skew shuffle. Could he have taken one of their spots? We'll talk about it later on. I'm looking at you, Pernita, but I'm going to say that I did really enjoy Grimmy. I wish he had more screen time. I really do. He was shown in what killed in one fight, right? So that's really what just kind of sucks. But, I mean, we got, about less than 50 episodes of the 1,000 Year Blood War, so it had to happen. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But a character that is not lacking on screen time is Giselle. Giselle, I actually do like. He is a, I know what y'all doing. He is a good character. Giselle is a good character. A character that doesn't have much of their own say so, right? Like, majority of the other Bambis we see multiple times, which I'm going to pull them all together, we see that they have their own ambitions and own, you know, wants and desires and everything, but Giselle is not. I think Giselle is a character that's like, hey, I just want to kind of blend in with the rest. I do wonder sometimes how strong Giselle could have been, because it did feel as if Giselle was stronger than the other Bambis. Easy. It just did. But I don't think Giselle, besides being ditzy, had enough of a character to him. So I'm going to put him down here, B. I think that it was funny, but there was no ambition. There was no goal. You're just here for the strength, the shiggles, and then you kind of just fall off after that. You're fine, but that's it. You know, the zombie effect and everything was cool. Cool shrift. That's it. That's where you are. Candace Catnip sucks. I'm going to put you in C. Candace with her electricity abilities and everything, and bro, the elemental abilities inside Bleach, I just don't think I care about them a lot. I really don't. Excuse me. Especially if you can't make other things out of them. Looking at it like a Hitsugaya, right, who has like an ice ability, or Yamamoto that has like a fire ability. These elemental abilities are fine if you can do other things past just having that set ability. Candace Catnip only just got swagged on by Ichigo, right? Just throwing around thunderbolts. Just didn't do anything else. It sucks. She's supposed to be the hot-tempered head of the group and everything. There's always one of those. I don't think that she was a very interesting character. Another one, which I put her above Candace Catnip, is Milanus, or however you say her name. Her ability is even more boring. You just super strength. The only reason I'm putting her up here is because she wasn't annoying. Right? I mean, it's just these two Bambies just did not have enough screen time to really flesh them out as characters that you would really want to see. It's unfortunate. It really is, but I don't think that there was anything else you could have really done with them besides maybe, I mean, even when they show up again, which a new anime scene to fight your watch, right? and you see them just get instantly off screened. That was a time that you could have shown these two to try something, to have some type of ambition, some type of goal. Sometimes it's just nothing at all for them. They're going here. Lil Toto, putting you up in A. I actually do like Lil Toto a lot. Thank y'all for joining again. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Lil Toto, I actually do enjoy as a character. I think that she is supposed to be the quote unquote brains of the group. I think her ability sucks. Actually, no, I'm gonna put her down on top of B. I think her ability sucks. I think overall it's interesting to say like whatever she consumes, she's like the copy character. I think Tokonata inside the is it Kin for Your Own World or For Spirits Were Forever With You? I think it's Kin for Your Own World. I think that he's another copy character, but she is the only one I can really think of that can do this, but doesn't show it off very well. From what we see, that when she eats somebody, she's able to use their abilities, right? She doesn't do that in anime. So, so now she's just walking around with a big mouth. I just don't think that's good enough as an ability. That's why I would put Giselle ability-wise above her. But I do think that her having more screen time, showing what she's trying to do, talking, etc., showing her emotion next to Basby when she was betrayed, I do like her as a character. I do. Fine with her. She's one of them. Bambietta, listen, bro. I'm going to put her here. Bambietta is also just Candace Catnip. Hothead. I mean, y'all kind of look the same, so one has green hair. You're just a hothead. You don't do anything else. I think her abilities of Reishi bombs explode to contact with Reishi is actually pretty cool. Problem is, she's just Candace Catnip. I mean, if you probably took away your vision and just listened to both of them, it'd be hard to tell which one's which. It really is. The only thing that Bambi has with her is, from some of y'all gooners, is that she got thighs. And then you also see that they kind of cut it out a little bit, that she's just kind of thoughtin'. I mean, it's not enough. It is simply not enough for the character. I know her having the whole zombie fight and everything and all that other stuff was interesting. My fault, y'all looking at something real quick. Was interesting, but as I say that, I just to see Giselle beating up on her isn't necessarily her. it is Giselle. That's the Giselle. So Bambi's there. Those where the Bambies go. Next, I'm going to Kyogui, whatever his name is, the jail. This was really the first Quincy that we really saw kind of using his stuff. You know what I'm trying to say? His abilities. I'm going to say I actually do like him because he was the first one, his jail. And also, if you remember, he had that ability where he absorbed. Actually, you know what? Well, no, he absorbed it. I don't know if he really used it, but he absorbed the trace. What does that dude called? Aeon or something like that? Let me look it up, y'all. I don't want to be. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. How do you spell this dude's name? Jail. Opie. Here we go. Opie's a fire name. Let's see here. Aeon. Yeah. So right here, y'all. Let me hit y'all with this. You see this part here where he absorbs Aeon and becomes this crazy beast, right? I think this part was actually really good. Even when he kind of first went to this and he had the halo and the wings and everything. I mean, this was cool. I think because of his how he looked and his design was actually really cool. Unfortunately, he got he got knocked out by the plot, but I do enjoy him. I think that he kind of showed what Quincy's are and had more screen time because he was the first one to show up here. Asnot. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, they didn't do enough for Asnot, man. How much people love Asnot, he didn't get enough screen time. And let me tell you why. Rukia is a character, no matter what, that even though they put her on the side as if she's not important, she was the series for a lot of the original Bleach. probably all the way up to the Arrancar arc, it was really just Rukia. Orihime did not have screen time. She was the main girl. That's why people started burning like books and stuff like that when they found out that Orihime was the pick and not Rukia. Because you went against Rukia, I feel like there was just no chance for us to ever care. I just feel that way. You beating up on Byakuya didn't matter because somebody had to go, and it was either Byakuya or it was either Hitsugaya. As a matter of fact, it was both. So that part was fine. That's why you're above a D tier. And I did like your whole, the fear and everything like that. It's interesting. It is. But you were soloed so easily by her that it just sucks to see that happen. I think overall, when I look at it, if Asnot had fought someone else, maybe I would have cared more. And of course, he had a character that, could make her body go Sub-Zero and she can't feel fear or whatever it was. It's just unfortunate. This character could have been more than he was. And then his whole thing of him being in the hospital and then your watch shows up and gives him, all this other stuff. It was fine. It was a good episode. I actually do like the episode, but I just think that he just didn't have enough chance to shine. Really sucks. Sucks for the character, but it is what it is. Overkill. You sucked. You were actually just burned to crisp by Yamamoto before he went to go swag on someone else. Speaking of other characters suck, I forget your names. Roy or something, bro. The one that can copy, I don't know which one's which. One can copy your actual personality and looks or something like that. Another one can copy your abilities or something. Y'all suck too. One of y'all just acted as like a way. I mean, one of you, whichever one it is, acted as a way just to kill Yamamoto because he was using his whole Bankai against you. So you know what? I bump you up there, but other than that, I mean, I'm pretty sure one of you got killed by Kenpachi too, just erased. You're lucky I don't know which one it is. You're lucky, but other than that, I mean, the one that did actually just kind of act as a filler for your watch, there's your watch. Hey man, I put you higher, but other than that, you destroyed by Kenpachi, don't even know your name. You're like the roar or something, just don't care. Kang Do was unfortunate, bro. The iron is a useless ability. I mean, I shouldn't say useless, it's just steel. Turn yourself into iron or whatever. But because you had to go against Hashwad and the balance, I don't really get how his balance works sometimes. Because it's not like it was really fortunate that he had an ability that he already had. It wasn't like luck, pure luck. But anyways, because he was killed by Hashwad, it just kind of took away from his character. I don't have an issue with Kang Do. And I do like that he kind of gave, what's his name, the work until they showed the Hollow Toshiro Bankai. I'm going to put him about, probably here. I'm okay with him. I ain't got no issue with him. Master Masculine. Is this all the Quincy? Are you serious? Man, some of them just get more screen time. Master Masculine, I'm going to put up here at A. Okay, look. Master Masculine took out Easy Rose, Easy Kensei, Hisagi, Yumishika, and Ikaku. Just bodied them. Just didn't matter. Didn't matter. Took out 5 people. Renji had to come up there with his new Bankai and his new Shikai, his new sword and everything, just to be able to compete. Which was fine. I have no issue with that at all. I think the fact that what Mask in his ability is that he is almost, because some people say the little dude that was with him, I forget his name, he was the actual person that got the Shrift. And Mask was just a being that was born because of the Shrift the little guy got. I think that is a lot more logical to me, because we've seen that before with Stark, right? Where he made what is her name? There's a lot of little Lils. Lil Toto. So what's the? Hold on, let me look. Stark and Lil Net. Oh my gosh. Lil Toto, Lil Net, Lil. What's up with that? Anyways, Lil Net, when she was a thing, Stark basically made her from his own pressure, his own strength. And I mean, that's kind of what Kenpachi did with Yuichiro, right? I think that's the same thing too, looking at what probably happened here with the Fear. I'm sorry, not the Fear. What was he again? Superstar. what he did with his ability, superstar, is to make Mask the Masculine a superhero that technically cannot be, overpowered. The reason I do want to knock him down a little bit, though, is because he got greedy. I don't think it was the thing that the guy, the little boy, little kid, whatever he is, was the one that was kind of like, hey, Renji, you're a bad guy, etc. I gotta get rid of you. It wasn't him. It was Mask that we saw do that. So why does he have his own, I guess, opinions and personality past what his own host can do? If that is the case, if it is Mask himself, I don't know how I feel about that. But if it's the other way around, I mean, we can argue back and forth. I'm gonna still put him in A. I do like what he could do. I do like the ability. It's different. I might have to rearrange him a little bit, but I don't see how he falls underneath B for sure. So I'm gonna put him there. Basby, boy, listen. This is a character to me. I'm gonna put him in B, lower B. This is a character to me that I feel as if you could have had more screen time. I know he had his own episode talking about how him and Hashwall showed up and how they're going to get revenge on your watch. And as Hashwall was like, I'm that boy. I get it. My issue here isn't that, though. It's the fact that he is another elemental ability within the same faction, right? I mean, he's a flame ability. We've seen that countless of times with Bleach, right? With Yamamoto, there's someone else that is able to use flames, but it's different. I can't remember who it is, but he is another flame ability. This is called burning, and he could just shoot fire from his hands. There is so much more they could have done. You could have had him do something like a palm or a closed fist, or even do something with his toes or both hands. And he was so simple, just compared to other people. I don't understand how he could have ever got higher. I'm just happy that I'm putting him up here because he had a personality. He had a personality. That's the only reason he's up here. But past that, nuh-uh. He is not a character that should, by ability-wise, or what he's done in the show, should be any higher. Matter of fact, let me look here real quick. Yeah, and let's look it up. Basby straight up does die. I mean, it's just crazy, dude. Looking up some more stuff here. Okay. Yeah, Basby dying and Little Toto not dying is also kind of crazy, especially because she went up there to go fight your watch. And it's like, Hashwa just put Basby down like he was nothing. I don't know, man. Basby could have been something else. He could have done better. He could have even harmed Hashwall and didn't do it. So, anyways, going into the bigger boys now, the skew shuffle and everybody. Let's start off with this one right here because he's the least one to me, Hashwall. I don't care about his character. I simply don't. I don't like the balances and ability. I don't care about him and his, like, now suddenly I enjoy having, your watch love me and I can now use his eyes in the almighty to see to the future. I don't care, bro. I don't care. This is another character that acts cool, doesn't have a personality most of the time, and I don't care about his ability from the balance. The balance is interesting, but it also kind of works as an antithesis, right? Just a switch fortune, almost. I mean, I just, is very, very close. Now, he is going to have another fight inside the part 4, so maybe then he'll bump up a little bit more to me, but right now, I don't care about Hashwall. Jukum Hashwall does not interest in me. I don't think they did a good job even explaining to him why he didn't like Basby anymore. Except this is the fact now, like, bro, this is the guy that kind of trained you to even do like an arrow. And now you're just over here like, I love me some your watch. It's like, bro, I don't like it. I don't get it. I don't care about the character. I think he's kind of lazy. I don't care about him. Jumping into Udi. Do I say Udi? No, let's do this. Let's do it in this order. And get him out of the way, bro. I'm going to put him here first. I am not a fan of Pernita. I'm not. I'm just not. To me, he is the weakest of the skew shuffle, the Royal Guard. To me, the problem is that even though I get it, he's supposed to be, is he the left hand? No, he's a right hand. I think he's a right hand. Looking at he's supposed to be the right hand and everything, and he is basically learning and supposed to be the evolution of the Quincy's and learning and how life works and whatnot. You could have done more damage than you did, and to me, to lose to Nemu, who was reborn, and Mayuri that always never dies, it was not enough. I feel like, because you really only lost to one captain, in my opinion. And you only fought one captain, and it wasn't the head captain. So it kind of sucks in that sense. But even so, when he fights, with his ability to shoot nerves to change basically the terrain and be able to contort things and everything, it's a very, very interesting ability. But it doesn't mean I care about the character. I mean, it's yeah, he has a very interesting script, but he didn't fight someone that put them in a bad enough situation that they don't come back later on. It was only one captain and a lieutenant. And then, I don't know, bro. I just, then you, how it is in anime, which I'm not going to knock off here with the CGI hands and everything, it was just kind of like, oh, that's you, Pernida? Like, I felt like you could have been something crazy. Like, his design looks insane, but it just didn't feel like he was that dude. I'm going to go ahead and say, be honest with you, I don't hate Pernida, but I don't see him falling into me A tier. I do like Mask better. I do like Lil Toto better. I do like Grimmy better. He's fine. And I do like his design. But I think that maybe if they had him fight more characters, I get that he also knocked out Kenpachi, but Kenpachi's just stupid, bro. I mean, that's just different. He was gonna come back anyways. I needed more from Pernida than we got. Straight up. Needed more from Pernida. Now, this boy's different. At the same time, before someone hops in the comments saying, I mean, how are you going to say that? He only fought one lieutenant and one captain too. You're right. He did. The difference, I feel like, is this fight felt better because he was the leader of the skew shuffle, and then you fight against the head captain now. Now, by default, he's the head captain. I do think that Shusui is, Sunsui, how do you say his name? Is actually stronger than Mayuri. But even so, he technically did beat Mayuri. I'm sorry. Lil actually did beat Shunsui, which Pernida did not beat Mayuri. The only reason that both of them got away, or I should say Pernida and Lil, would have lost their fight is because of the lieutenants, right? At some point. Pernida just lost straight up at the end to Mayuri. But because of a specific situation that Nanao has been planning for, used to in the future to beat, right? Because she did not even have her awakening for her Zabuto all this time. So it was specifically made, and I'm sure that he had it from start to probably finish, to beat Lil Baro. I'm okay with it. Nemu, yeah, she had her whole like story and everything like that, like what she is. She's number 7. Griffin. Good play, man. I'd rather do. Actually, I don't know. Diddy's party's crazy. Y'all gotta look at that. Anyways, I do the latter, bro. I do the latter. What you doing? Anyway, so I'll probably say overall, I'm gonna go with Lil being better. I do like his cockiness. I do like the fact that he's like, hey, I'm the closest to God. I'm him. And then he pulls up afterwards with 2 different forms. Now, I don't like that every one of them except Askin has like a kaiju type of form. I don't love that. But Lil, his other form with his like wings at first, I was kind of iffy about that one. I'll be honest with you. I don't think I really loved it. But the bird-like form that he does at the end, let me find it, man. Let me find it. Lil Baro. Yeah. Here we go, y'all. This is something different from Bleach, man. I don't... this form I don't care about. But when he went to this, it's different. This is like true fear, godly type of form. I don't know what to say. This is different. And then even then afterwards, he would, because this is technically all the forms he did. This I don't care about. He went to this flamingo thing, which they just kill off instantly. It doesn't really matter much, but you get the point. I think overall it was interesting because it's like Lil was much stronger than it felt like. If you did not fight Nanao, he could have been much crazier, right? So overall, I'm gonna say, to me, Lil's S tier. Quincy, to me. Again, I'm not saying he's S tier character in Bleach, which I probably still would say that, but he is one of the best Quincy's, if not the. I just amazing me. And then he has a whole, like, the light beams he's shooting around. He almost becomes a completely different character, which I wonder if they're ever explained why he felt like he was different once he went into that crazy bird-like form. It didn't feel like it was Lil talking compared to something else. Maybe he's not done that before, so it feels as if it's another being talking. But regardless, Lil's S. Gerard Valkyrie, I know you guys have not seen what he can do yet completely. I'm going to put him up here top of A. I do like Gerard Valkyrie. I do enjoy him being the heart, just like I think Remy's the brain, unlike Pernida being the right hand. Gerard Valkyrie actually has a personality. And also, I think his ability is very similar to Mask. You're just invincible. It's just a different level of invincible. Not to, again, I'm going to go to spoilers here for Askin and Gerard here, but so close your ears. I'm going to say that I think when it comes to Gerard, he was a character that I hope they kill him by killing the actual Quincy pinned inside of him. That they show later on in, which you will see, the part 4. That will make a lot more sense. I'm not saying they'll change it like that, but they really probably should. Past that, though, I would say I do like Gerard. I do like his ability to miracle. Anything that he seems that is impossible, a miracle will happen and will become possible. That is so stupid. That is so stupid. I think even then, you look at this, like you look at X-Axis, this was not even, he wasn't even doing X-Axis stuff at the end of Bleach. Like, sorry, of his, like, showing of Bleach. He wasn't even doing X-Axis stuff. He was just sitting there doing things that, I almost feel like as if his, like, God-given ability. And I know that Gerard was one that had his ability, prior to, including, Pernida, prior to getting their shrifts. But Gerard just has something different. Gerard just has something different. It is very crazy, very strong. Even when he goes into the light form, which you guys will see when it happens. I won't spoil it until we get there to next year. It is very crazy. And plus, he also fights multiple captains. He's fighting Kenpachi. He's fighting Byakuya. He's fighting Hitsugaya. And honestly, he can kill every one of them. So I just hope that they don't CGI everything for him. I mean, hey, bro. I get animation and drawing is hard, but I don't want to see that for Gerard because he's supposed to be the biggest guy here. So, Pernida, I can understand it, I guess, but I don't want to see that for Gerard. I'm going to put him top of A, though. Askin Nakk Lavar. Boop. It's hard. It is very hard. I might come back and order this again. I'm going to put Askin Nakk Lavar up there. I think the thing that I like a lot about Askin Nakk Lavar is what kind of sucks is he's very, very similar to Stark and even closer to Aizen. He looks the same. Names are almost exactly the same. He's almost just copy and paste, right? But the thing is, when you look at a character like Askin, this character is the only one really in a group that had to be work and to be risen up to his rank. I think that's, to me, what's very interesting about him. We saw him actually show up during the first invasion of the Soul Society, and he didn't do anything. But him having to show he was so much stronger than everyone else, that he could be in addition to the Skew Shuffle, to me, shows how big he is. Now, I do think Pernida is the weakest one. I do think Askin goes in the third spot. We'll see what happens when he starts using the gift ball. I think we've seen gift ball and gift bad, I believe. But when he starts going to his extra form, he has like the little purple like bone skeletons behind him and everything. Askin to me has crazy abilities, and he's almost immortal if you cannot kill him on your first attack, because he can become immune to anything else. He's also a character that he has to have multiple captain-like characters fight him. Right, I think that Yoruichi's brother is at a captain level ability. Yoruichi herself, Kisuke Uruhara. You have Nell, and you have Grimjow. He fights a lot of characters. That's my only gripe I would probably say about Lil and Pernita, that they didn't fight multiple characters at once. They do, right? But I don't want to take it away from them, and I don't want to also put it a plus. I got to take it away from Pernita, because I mean, how you lost is pathetic. But but I would put it Askin at S for now. I might see if I change it for Lil Borrow, but again, I think the character is really likable. I think that the show and the series really likes Askin. Why they did a little skit at the end of the final episode of the third part. I think they even like Askin. So hey, next on the list here we have Uryu. What do I say here? What do I say here about Uryu? I'm going to say Uryu, I'm going to put him around A. I don't hate Uryu. I really don't. It's just... I feel like his shrift is not very important. I should say important. It's not very... It's almost very copyish to the balance. So you don't feel like you're constantly seeing his shrift. You see him all the time. He just says, now I'm going to be working with, your watch. And then suddenly afterwards, you're like, okay, now I'm working with you guys again. You got to see more of him. Maybe by the part 4, I'll be like, oh my goodness. Like, I love Uryu, but they didn't do a good job explaining why he was doing the things he was doing, why he had betrayed and everything beforehand. Excuse me, y'all. So I'm going to say maybe they'll do better with the new scenes that explain more why he does the things he does. But right now, I need more from him. I need more from him bad. So I'm going to give him an A. I'm fine with him, but that's it. Your watch. The almighty power is crazy. It is very crazy. Especially when you see what will happen in the near future. So I have no issue with your watch's ability. I think the problem I have your watch is I don't... Oh boy, how do I say this in a nice way, man? Of all the Bleach enemies we've seen with Aizen and, some of the Espada and Grimjow and everything, Ginjo and everything, I have had the least care about your watch. He feels as if a character that just disappeared for a while and came back and said, I'm stronger than everybody else. It just feels like that. He has created an army, which is cool, but the army really doesn't have how do I say this in a good way, dude? He didn't even care about the army. So why would I gonna care about most of the army, right? Why am I caring about some of these bums down here? I get the skew shuffle because these are the ones that you consider are the real Quincy's. But your watch, he's not there. I'm gonna put an A. I just don't see, and I get that, yeah, your father is supposed to be the Soul King. You had to kill him to get rid of his terrible torture that someone put him through, and that's cool, bro. But if this is the way you're going, I just don't see it. I don't love your watch. We'll see him fight in part 4, but that's just how I feel. I don't love the character. Let me order this again. I just don't care about y'all. You suck as a character. You suck. And when I say don't care, that means that maybe if... No, you suck. When I say don't care, I say that maybe something could change. I really like this character, but not right now. But these ones down here, there's no redemption for y'all. I mean, dead. I think you're dead. Dead. I mean, most of them are gone. You're not bad. You just didn't have enough screen time, but you're not going to have more. Both of y'all. So I'll put y'all at the top, actually. Dead. I don't know if you die, but you might as well. You might as well. I think that Misaki could have had more screen time. That's crazy how much they just changed her design. Oh my goodness. You could have had more screen time. Bambi had a lot of screen time. She was there for the Gooners. You're fine there. You're fine. Basby. I'm going to put him underneath jail. Giselle. I like Giselle more than Pernida. I honestly do. Little Toto's there. You watch. Honestly, I don't like you watch. Mask. Grimmy. Udio. Gerard. Askin. We see more of Udio, bro. We see a lot of Udio, and we've seen what he's done before. We see who he's really with. I'm putting above Gerard. Thing is, though, these two, I feel like they're straightforward. There's no hidden agendas. This is who we are. I like what they can do. I like their shrifts. But I'm going to put Askin above. Just because I don't like how they did a character that was almost the strongest character we could have seen in Bleach. I think these two, by far, or probably even Almighty here, could have been the strongest two characters in Bleach, Gerard and Lil, that are the closest to God with their abilities. And I feel as if they didn't kill them both correctly. I mean, I'm okay with them reflecting his godly ability, but to die like that's a little too much. And plus, he's still lingering on. I mean, it's just they could have made him one more extra crazy thing with him, or had him fight one more person. I don't know, a little bit more. Even if they said some crazy thing too, like, oh, Holly Bell. Holly Bell was the one that was tied up, and she got out because they had to go do this fight in Waha World or whatever, and because of that, she came back to fight and help Shunsui or something like. You know what I'm trying to say? Something else. It's just only fighting Shunsui is not enough. I just don't think it's not, especially because the god ability he had. It's just too much. And then Askin, y'all see it when Part 4 comes out. So, with that being said, I think this is gonna be my list. This is what we got here for the Quincy list. It's going on 50 minutes, so but maybe y'all got something to watch while y'all snacking on lunchtime. You know what I mean? So, appreciate y'all watching. Again, we've been doing other things such as Pokemon Showdown in here. We're gonna do some other games as well. The tier lists are still coming. So again, if you want to show me what you guys want to see, other tier lists in the comments down below, including if you want to see other types of content as well. Let me know what you guys think of your Quincy list. Who's on top? I know some of y'all gonna say Udiu or Asnot. Asnot picks are wrong, but but it's okay. But again, it's all fun. It's all opinion based. So with Bleach being done, I won't be doing a full video about it, but this is what you're going to get, and we'll probably do one in the end of 2025 when that time comes around. Also, man, last thing I want to say is y'all be safe out there. Y'all been seeing a lot of things going on with the attacks and everything like that. Be safe out there. You know, make sure you take care of yourself and your loved ones, man. It's much love. I appreciate all you guys, your love and support. So thank y'all again. Yeah, that's all I got for y'all. So I'm going to head on out. I appreciate y'all. Until next time. Take care. Peace.